as we had a little debate and arguments towards the end of the previous one. And according to the script, yes, it does say that the ball has to move from the stationary position, and in that case it did not. So the final scoreline in the last one, Nandi 1, Suva 1 here. Navua is fielding. Jovilis Imborisi is their goalkeeper. They got Jared Rangosulia with Penya Mendrova, Thomas Dunn, Ali Mekawir, Arami Manumanubai, Rahul Krishna, Isake Nandovu, Sero Sinalaombo, Felipe Mbaravilala, the captain, and Manav Permal, the same 11 that played last night against Ba, that started against Ba, are here to start against Rewa. And Rewa, they got James Dooro, the Solomon Islands beach football goalkeeper of James Dooro, Ivan Kumar, Gabrieli Matanisinga, Patrick Joseph, John Orambolo, the man who scored those 4 impressive goals yesterday, is there for them in number 7. Setireki Hughes, the captain, Tevita Waranivalu, the coach and player, Josiah Sela, Kavaya Rawanga, John Alec, and Iwane Matanisinga complete the 11 for Stratum Construction Rewa here. So this will be the second match for the second day, as we have completed the first one where it was Nandi 1 and Suva 1. And looking at the points table there, now Lambasa with 1 match is leading with 3 points, and Suva got to the second with their second match completed with 2 points. Lotoka and Nandi a point each, but Nandi, remember, has played 2 matches. And this one is going to be the other group match, whereby it is Rewa versus Navua that started here now in this Group B match. Remember, in Group B, the situation is simple. Rewa and Ba, if they win their matches respectively in this second day, they will be into the semi-final. But then the result of this match becoming anything else than that, we have to wait for match day 3 of the group matches, as quickly they come on attack here. Rewa, remember, they scored 6 goals against Nanronga, and Navua lost 2-1 to Ba. We have gone 45 seconds here already. Let's quickly welcome Riten Gosai into the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Master Nadim Mohammed. And what a match we have up on our sleeves for the second, in as far as the, of course, day 2 of the FMF IDC 2025, and the second pool game for today. And the first in this particular pool, Rewa up against Stratum Construction Limited. Rewa up against Ventex Solutions Navua, champions of the Extra Premier League. A very impressive performance against the Patchlink Automotive, Star Pools, Manasa Exports, Equipment Express Nandronga, and a drubbing, really, 6-0. And they've really, with that performance, and should they get a win in this match, cement their position. We will still not say that they qualify for the semi-finals. We still have to wait to see how the results in the RC Manubai and the RC Manubai Ba and Nandronga game goes in the last pool match of the day. But however, this result for Rewa, important in cementing their position in the pool. But for Navua, if you look at it, that loss to Ba yesterday, they would definitely be wanting to get something out of this match. A result very important for them to have any chances for the knockout stages later in the tournament.
Still early stages, 0-0. Tevita Waranivalu, good turn from him. Thomas Dunn. The space in front of him is immense. How will he use that one? Has to turn around and look for other options, as being shut down that time by Gebi. They go across now. Penya Mendrova, he scored that goal for Navua against Ba last night in that 2-1 loss. to RC Manubay Ba. And for awareness purpose again, remember, if you're still talking about that disallowed goal for Nandi around the grog ball, or traveling in your transport, or you are at your workplace, or wherever you are at home maybe, and enjoying this My TV pay-per-view live streaming and still debating, arguing and researching, remember, for awareness purpose, the rule is simple. The ball has to move. There has to be a slight move, and in Afraz's case, it did not. What we saw on the screen was just a soft touch from the top by Afraz, and the ball did not move. It was still stationary, and the shot was taken, and that's where the match officials got it correct there, and the goal was disallowed.
Yeah, the rule book says for the ball to be in play, it needs to start from a stationary position, so it has to be steady on the spot when the free kick is taken, but the touch must show and leave no doubts for the match officials that the ball has clearly moved, which then indicates that the ball is in play, and the second player then touches it to make it an indirect free kick.
Benjamin Drova, and almost giving it away to the highest goal scorer into this tournament, the FMF IDC 2025, John Orambolo. He's always the highest goal scorer wherever he plays. Here they come now, trying to play it in for John Orambolo to finish the time. Sela, Tevita, Gabrieli Matanisinga, looking for options available. Chesaya Sela and Gabrieli Matanisinga. From Senganga, Gabrieli Matanisinga. Now Thomas Dunn. Halfway mark. Good block. John Alec, Tevita, Gabi, and Sela. They complete those passes amongst themselves. And a bit of late touch there from Nalaumbu on Patrick Joseph, and a free kick it will be to Rewa, confirmed there by your referee for this one, Avinesh Narayan, as we watch the My TV pay-per-view replay there. Seros Nalaumbu came in with that late trip in the way, not intentional, just in the momentum, and the referee there, Avinesh Narayan, so that not more than a free kick, as they came for that ball and just that late boot in the way. So 6 minutes completed, and it's still Rewa nil and Navua nil. And we say a big thank you to our partners in this pay-per-view live streaming. RC Manubay, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts, their new branch coming up in Navua. Western Eggs, Dayal Sawmills, Glameda Investments, Smart Efficient Security Service, Smart Securities, Total Security, Stratum Construction, Motorex, their vehicle inspection agencies are around in Tavua, Nandi, Nusori, Lami, Nandera, and Navua, and also flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier. And Ravnil Narayan and Shavnil Narayan happy that that goal was disallowed, and Suva has earned another point from this match, their second match. They earned one against 4R Lautoka last evening here, and they have earned another against Nandi this afternoon here. So 2 points for them has pushed them to the second position of the points table. Lambasa is right there on top. 1 match and maximum points. Suva 2 matches, 2 points. Lautoka 1 match, 1 point. Nandi 2 matches, 1 point. That's how they stand for now. As that's Benjamin Drova, we just saw him there. He brought life to Navua last night when they were on the verge of losing that one. by 2-0. It was Penyamin Drova that pulled one back, and here Rewa, and the whistle has gone from the man in charge of Avinash Narayan, and that will be a defensive free kick there. The replay confirms the foul committed there. Samuel Kautonga was the one who committed that foul in number 17 for Stratum Construction Rewa. Vinod Prasad steps away and trying to play it along the line for Manav. Rewa Tevita. Ivan, need pass. John Orambolo going for number 5. Not really able to achieve. And good refereeing has pulled them back there. The advantage cut short. And is he reaching out for the card? Yes, he does. And Arami Manumanubai, we watch it here, Penyamin Drova it is rather. Yeah, Penyamin Drova. So Avinash Narayan has pulled them back for the free kick outside the box. He allowed for the advantage to carry on. Arami Manumanubai, rather it was Penyamin Drova in number 5 that got the yellow card, and it will be a free kick just outside the box as John Orambolo was reaching out for his number 5 in FMF IDC 2025. Scored 4 already in the match yesterday. Saying assalamu alaikum to Samir Hassan and the family out there in Lambasa, waiting for their Lambasa team to appear later or after this one against Lautoka. Patrick Joseph, and gets it in. How soft, how easy, how simple is the goal scored by Patrick Joseph. Neat finish. Cool and calm finish from that man. Watch it here on my TV pay-per-view live streaming replay. Softly slotting and dropping into the corner of the net. Navua did not even see it happening. Chavilisim Borisi trying to reach out and thought it will go out. The defense line is, still stood watching, and Patrick Joseph has given the game breaker. What a way he has done that. 11 minutes coming up, and Patrick Joseph goal has given the Stratum Construction Rewa team the lead here 1-0. That goal will now give them 6 points with the current scoreline. And very close to get their name written in one of those 4 semi-final spots, the slots. But they have a long journey here to complete for now. It's just 11 and a half that has been completed. The clearance there from Felipe. Vina for Rahul Krishna. Infield pass, Jared Rangosolia. And here is Felipe Mbaravilala. The clearance by Chovilisi. Will not be happy conceding that soft one, but a great goal for sure. The way Patrick Joseph took that one and scored that one. Sela. Again Rewa. Chasaya Sela with the run. And great defense work by Philip Mbaravilala. The clearance, not really the clearance, the block off him. And corner kick here. The Stratum Construction Rewa. saying Bulavinaka and welcoming Pranal Prasad, the former school teacher here in Nandi, the barman in Christchurch, New Zealand, enjoying the My TV pay-per-view live streaming and waiting for his bar team to come in around 8 p.m. tonight. Tevita, he had the net at his side. Watch the cross here. Gabrieli Matanisinga sending it across over everyone and going down. Tevita trying to get onto the score sheet. So Rewa has scored a total of 7 goals so far into this tournament. As here is Thomas Dunn, and that second touch from Thomas Dunn, only if he had seen that Manav Permal was waiting on the left hand side of him. He made the touch obvious, the move obvious, the direction obvious, and Rewa took care of that one. Now Vinal through one. Nalaumbu. Sairusi Nalaumbu will keep it there for a throw-in to Navua. Jared Rongosulia. Arami has support from Penyam and Rover here. Philippe Mbaravilala from the halfway mark. Great floating pass, and not really able to control that one was Ali Makawir. He knows what has been wasted. What a pass that one was from Jared Rongosulia. Rewa decide to start short from that goal kick. Manav Permal. Tevita. Through pass. John Orambolo chases. And that one will just go wide. As John Orambolo tried to break away from Chavilisi Borisi. Navua down by a goal to nil here. Great goal from Patrick Joseph. As we watch the replay here, the run there, and John Orambolo tried to chip it away over an advancing Chavilisi Borisi, but could not quite do so. Now Thomas Dunn, quick one. The cross in. Sela. Josiah Sela. Free kick awarded to Rewa there. Josiah Sela down on the ground.
A bit of theatrics, I feel, from Josiah Sela, but that's what you do to get the attention of the referee, and the free kick your way. He kind of managed to escape or evade the tackle of the two Navua players. We will watch here once again. You see him take a jump. There he is. Perhaps just catching him slightly was Prasad, Vinal Prasad. So free kick awarded to Rewa. Shell-shocked Navua at the beginning of the second half, conceding that very early goal. So there's really two things that can happen from here. One, Navua can continue to play this way, and they've really been under a lot of pressure. Second goal almost sneaking in, or rather use that energy and the goal down. Well, them being down by a goal, use that, turn that around into firepower and try and get the equalizer.
Still 1-0 is the scoreline here. The one before this one, Suva and Nandi played 1-1. The third one for match day 2 will be Lambasa and Lautoka. The Group A battle, followed by the 8 p.m. battle between the home team, RC Manubay Ba and Nanronga. That will complete the second day of the group stages for FMF IDC 2025. Trying to play it from that left-hand side. Kavaya Rawanga's cross. And a misheader that time by Felipe under pressure to try and take care. And has conceded a corner kick as he has a discussion with his defenders. Watch Rawanga deliver from here. Great one from him. And Felipe Mbaravilala, the national futsal rep, recently played in that Oceania futsal qualifier. David's corner kick. And the header down the time by Gabriele Matanisinga. Now Thomas Dunn and Iwani. And the clearance made there. Great shot. And outside it has gone. James De Oro knows it is safe for them for now. No goals against him against Nanronga yesterday. And so far with 19 minutes completed, no goals here as well. John Orambolo is the highest goal scorer so far. 4 to his name. And they also have Sela. And this time here the run is cancelled. Trying to race for that one was Kautonga. The offside flag is against him. Offside kick to Navua.
Yeah, we'll quickly use this time to run you through the quiz question for this game. And this time around, we are asking for your chance to win yourself a cool Leniers headset. And this is for all the viewers from around the country. So those of you that are here in Fiji, your chance to win a Leniers headset, you just need to send to us, to the MyTV Messenger, who scored the first goal of the FMF IDC 2025. So think about the pool plays yesterday and who scored the first goal. And talking about goals, that was a grand save from James De Oro.
Keeping a clean sheet, James De Oro, as Jared Rongosolia with the shot and a one-hand flick by James De Oro. Corner kick here as we watch the replay again. John Alec and John Orambolo trying to pierce through the defense, the pass. Receiving it well, Rahul. Felipe's pass for Nalaumbu. Thomas Dunn and Erami. They go across to the right inside. Felipe. Big pass that time. Thomas Dunn and James De Oro. Build up from Patrick Joseph. Which way will he go? Towards the halfway mark. He has his coach of Tevita Waranivalu, Patrick Joseph, John Alec, clever 10. They switch to the right inside now. Great pass that time. Sela chases. Penyam and Drover there. Iwani. Again, Iwani Matanisinga. Gabriele Matanisinga. Receiving that one, the goalkeeper James De Oro. And John Orambolo tries to lay it down for an overlapping Rawanga. John Alec. Tevita. Mistimes that one. John Alec, rather it is Navua now. Ali McCarver it was. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. They start from there. Arami's pass to the right inside. Felipe Stepping away, Felipe. Again, John Alec. So minimum passes, keeping and completing for the two teams here. Unlike what Rewa produced against Nanronga yesterday on match day 1 and scored those 6 goals. 23 minutes gone here. And you may have seen Mana Permal in number 20 down. So they will come back to have a look at him, Mana Permal. And that allows us to have a look at our partners. A list of them: RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware; Flick Hygiene for electrical and general contractors; Southern Forest, sustainable timber experts, and their new branch is coming up in Navua soon; Western Eggs, Dayal Sawmillers, Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Service. Smart Security is total security. Stratum Construction, Motorex. Their vehicle inspection agencies are in Tavua, Nandi Nosori, Lami Nandera, and Navua. And also flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier. Those are our partners in this pay-per-view live streaming from the FMF IDC 2025. The next one, remember, will be Lambasa and Lautoka, a 6 p.m. scheduled kickoff, followed by the 8 p.m. battle between the home team RC Manubai, Ba, and Nanronga.
What a cracker of a match that is going to be the one that is coming up after this. 4R Electric Lautoka and Extra Supermarket Lambasa. I say this because with the draw that has taken place earlier between Powervolt Suva and AAAK Group Easy Cool Air Conditioning Nandi, that 1-1 draw means Nandi has a point, and depending on how the results go today. So this is a hypothetical situation. If Lautoka loses, they're still on a 1 point from yesterday. So that makes the match against Nandi tomorrow very, very important, Lautoka and Nandi. And if Lautoka wins against Lambasa, that puts them on 4 points. But Nandi is on 1 point, and should they win against Lautoka tomorrow, then they also, in some sense, with 4 points, there will be goal differentials and all those other things that come into play, but at least carve themselves a chance to qualify for the semi-final. So that will make the Lautoka-Neni match very, very exciting tomorrow. If you look at Lambasa, they won yesterday 2-0. A win today cements their position, but again, we will not say we can pencil any team in at this stage of the competition. A draw will put them on 4 points in good standing for the final group game tomorrow. A loss for Lambasa will leave them on 3 points. And then Suva, they're already on 2 points now. So with a win tomorrow, that will also then put them in a good position for the semi-final. So all the 4 teams in the running, the calculators, the algebraic equations will come into play at the end of the pool games this evening, with the last round of pool matches to be played tomorrow. But absolutely, in as far as the games that are lined up on day 2, one that's already underway in front of us, Rewa Navua with Lautoka Lambasa coming up, then Ba and Nandronga. All of these games very, very exciting, and again a testament to the level of football that we are seeing at Govind Park, at the 4R Stadium here for the 2025 FMF IDC.
Manav Permal was the one that was substituted earlier with that injury. Next one, as we said, is Lautoka Lambasa, and if Lambasa win that one, they go to 6 points and they are surely into the semi-final. That's how the equation is for the defending champions. They will be happy to know that Suva and Nandi drew, and that keeps them away from the reach if Lambasa does get the 3 points against Lautoka. And Lautoka too would want to get maximum points out there. to sit right on top at the end of match day 2 and go into match day 3 against Nandi FC tomorrow, and Lambasa FC will take on Suva. A great battle it will be tomorrow.
So if Lambasa win this evening, that Lautoka Lambasa match coming up, Lambasa wins, they are on 6 points. The maximum Suva can go to is 5. The maximum Nandi can go to tomorrow, if they win, is 4. So that kind of pencils Lambasa in.
That will be a confirmation. They will surely be into the semi-final. They win, they qualify, and the other slot will be left between Lautoka, Suva and Nandi. But here it is a corner kick to Stratum Construction Rewa. Ivan will deliver this one. 27 minutes gone. Gabrieli Matanisinga trying to slot it in from that angle. It has ended as a goal kick there. He had the reach there, Gabi, but couldn't use that well. They take a short one from there. Felipe Mbaravilala sending it across field. Big kick. Thomas Dunn. Deliveru at the time. Eli McCarver stepping away. Thomas Dunn. The shot and the clearance. Final. And he tries to have his luck from there, which ends as a goal kick for Stratum Construction Rewa. One 0 with that Patrick Joseph free kick. What a grand finish that was from Patrick Joseph. Now Devita and Sela. Great switch play that is, but ends as a throw into Navua, as Ivan did not anticipate that one to stretch out to the sideline. John Orombolo, great touch, but it will be a free kick, says the referee. Too high went his boot, or the boot that connected Penyame for Felipe. They send it across, they roll it around, and the overlapping receiver here is Ali McCarver. Throw in from Ali McCarver. Felipe Mbaravilala again sending it across. No one there. This time, Nalaumbo. James Tooro will take care of that one in the box area. So 30 minutes, the first half an hour of this match between Rewa and Navua completing now. And at the moment, Rewa is on their way to the maximum points, but they have 1 full hour of football to complete. Ivan, John Orombolo, clever turn, and the step and the shot is just outside and away. John Orombolo giving some scare to the Navua fans as he tried to get another one to his name here. Benjamin Drover was beaten well, but then the shot, the finish, has gone wide. John Orombolo fails to get one into this match so far.
Yeah, John Orombolo hot on his heels from the magnificent performance yesterday. He scored 4 goals, and well, that is already added to his tally and is leading the charts as the top goal scorer of the tournament. And many a times you'd actually see players scoring in total, or based on all the number of games played, after having gone all the way to the finals, 4 or 5 goals to claim the top goal scorer of the tournament title. But this time around, John Orambolu has managed to get 4 just in the first match. And of course, the fans for the Delta Tigers, Stadium Construction Rewa, they will be hoping their striker Magnifico, John Orambolu, will be getting more goals in this match. And talking about strikers, here's another lethal one, Serusi Nalaumbu, but catching himself offside. He had strayed away offside, so that will not count. Did push the ball over James De Oro, but nowhere close to the goal mouth. And talking about strikers and goals, remember you have a chance to win yourself cool Lenias headset. Just have to tell us, to all of our viewers in Fiji, message on my TV Messenger the player that scored the first goal of the 2025 FMF IDC. So reflect on the matches played yesterday, and we'll give you a clue. The player is from one of the teams that are in front of us in this match.
The cross, the time is a close one for the goalkeeper, James De Oro, to collect. John Alec and Gabriel Matanisinga from that left-hand side. Navua trying to push it in. The touches and the shot. Thomas Dunn claiming it went off the fingertips of the goalkeeper, but they say no, and it remains as a goal kick. Let's confirm it here. Thomas Dunn, the angle was difficult for him, and it went over the crossbar without any connection to anybody. So they rightly got that one as a goal kick. And they will come back here for an offside kick to Navua. Ali Mekawir from the left-hand side carries it up, and Iwani. Number 7 is Ali Mekawir, told to come back to the actual position of that throw-in. Ali Mekawir. What can he do here? Great step away. But good defense work by Iwani as well. Still Ali Mekawir. Thomas Dunn. And good defense work by John Alec. Navua putting pressure. Rewa not feeling the pressure. Felipe's throw forward. Benjamin Rover and Felipe Mbaravilala. Great over the shoulder pass that time, but a bit deep it is, as waiting to take that flight from outside was Nalaumbu. The man from Tambia, Serusi Nalaumbu, that time wanted it outside. The policeman, John Alec. Good run by him. John Orambolo, and no one there. Now it is Ali Mekawir. Navua would want to step up on the performance they finished with Bar last night. A close call line towards the end. Here is Sela. Can he score? And closing down upon him was that man, Felipe Mbaravilala, not allowing him room to shoot, as watch Felipe run from inside to try and block the goal angle, and he was able to close down the space to shoot that time.
Josiah Sela again found himself in acres of space. He got a brace of goals for Stratum Construction Rewa yesterday, but Felipe Mbaravilala, he did well to come from behind, make that run, and just create enough disturbance before Josiah Sela, he took that strike towards the Navua goal mouth. If he had a direct run on goal, definitely that would have not been the type of shot that Sela would take at the Navua goal mark, but the captain for Navua, Ventex Solutions Navua, made sure he closed the angle down for Josiah, pushed him to the sides, and no further danger to the Navua goalmouth, keeping the scores with that very early goal to Patrick Joseph, the 10th minute goal, still at Rewa 1 and Navua 0.
Iwane to take this one for Rewa. And again, Navua gain more territory here. More yards into the opposition half. Felipe will take care of that one. Chavilisim Borisi taking the risk. And Rahul receives. Not really. Tevita Waranivalo. Through pass, John Orambolo. Still, and the shot from Sela is a save from Chavilisim Borisi. And a corner kick to Rewa. As we watch the pressure here provided by John Orambolo and Sela waiting to pounce on that one. The gloves of Chovilisi coming in the way to stop that one. Corner kick, Tevita Waranivalo to deliver. And that's a wasted effort from the set piece, from the coach and player. Ratu Tevita Waranivalo, the police officer in this Rewa team. Nalombo's pass. Osea Tilivarua using his hand to try and stop, to try and control that ball that was running away from him. Tilivarua clearly handling that one. Vinal's pass. Thomas Dunn. Rahul Krishna. They have space and support. Nalaombo and Gabriel Matani Singa meeting that one well. Gabriel Matani Singa, the farmer from Senganga. As they played across. Nalaombo stepping away. And they all missed that one. James Dooro went down but missed. Thomas Dunn went up for it but missed. Here is Vinal. And now Kautonga. Good work, Felipe Mbaravilala. The cross on the edge. Bit of hands from Arami Manumanubai. And well picked up by the referee, Avinesh Narayan. Free kick. It will be to Rewa. 40 minutes closing up here. And we have seen Patrick Joseph's goal standing on the score sheet at the moment.
There was a good chance for Navua, wasn't it? The one earlier, that cross coming in from the edge of the Rewa box. Thomas Dunn just needed to give it some direction if he was at the right spot. James Doro was already beaten. So Navua are trying to prowl their way back into this match, trying to climb what is already a very high mountain, a difficult task for them. Lost to RC Manubai 2-1 last night. So a performance, a repeat performance was expected from Ventex Solutions Navua, knowing that Rewa had absolutely pulverized Nandronga 6-0, and those two, John Orambolo and Josiah Sela, sharing the spoils, 6 goals amongst them. And in this match, they are looking as though, with the amount of chances they are getting, it will not be too late if Navua continue to, those lapses of concentration in defense, as just we've seen.
Here it is now, again Kautonga, as the hand went from their coach, Tevita, to the referee, claiming for a fall and foul, but not from the referee's interpretation. Jared's pass across, met by Ivan. Rawanga and Ivan Good run, good overlapping by Ivan Kumar. Has been a goal setter from such situations. This time, Chavilisim Borisi reaches out before that.
Yeah, just Navua have to ensure the defense is in shape and not losing concentration. Just a lapse here and there, blink of an eye, and John Orambolo or Sela or one of the other Rewa players could sneak another one in.
Ivan this time comes in to be involved in the midfield, the central midfield from outside. They're all rotating, they're all moving into the space and keeping the shape. Kavaya Rawanga to reset things from there. Gabrieli Matanisinga. Patrick Joseph, the goal scorer, makes that pass. Great pass from John Alec. The receive here. And the run, Kautonga, John Orambolo. And again, he tries to have a fall and claim for a penalty. The referee was right there. The assistant referee close to. So not lucky is John Orambolo. Thomas Dunn. Felipe. 43 minutes coming up into this first half here. Also welcoming Jishnil Singh watching this pay-per-view live streaming, and not happy that the Nandi goal was disallowed, and still trying to know why it was so. Well, as we said, as per what the referee saw and what we saw on the screens, the replay confirmed Afraz Ali only put his boot on top of the ball, and there was no movement from the station of the ball. That stationary ball has to move, and it did not happen on that occasion. So that's where the match officials got it, a disallowed goal, and the final scoreline in that one was 1-1. Nandi 1, Suva 1. Here, 45 minutes gone. A couple of minutes of added time has been shown. Thomas Dunn, Osaya Tilivarua, and James De Oro knew what is coming in front of him and had to stretch out and send it out. Receiving Osaya. Trying to step into the box and gain some advantage. He does so, but just outside the box. Osaya Tilivarua being fouled that time. And Sela not happy with the decision, but that doesn't change the decision. 46 minutes, another minute before we go for the half-time.
Yeah, 2 minutes of added time was shown at the end of the first half. So Rewa have pretty much, with that one goal lead, happy to just tow the ball around. We know that they are a really good side in terms of possessional football. They like to keep the ball, then carve out those opportunities after pulling the defenders out of position. And with the goals they bagged yesterday, one already, nothing fancy needed from Rewa, just need to hold on.
Free kick here. Rahul's pass. Miss kick by Thomas Dunn. Desperate defense work by Rewa. Now John Orambolo. Acres of space. Still John Orambolo. And John Orambolo. That will count. That is his goal, number 5. The hard work by John Orambolo from his own half, the run and the search, and he has scored from that one. John Alec also came in to assist as we watch the run here. They all thought that he gonna play it to the right hand side, as there was John Alec, the dummy run, and the miscalculation in defense, and Chovilisi Borisi not reaching for that one. Goal number 5 in this tournament for him, and number 2 for Rewa in this one.
Well, that's exactly what happens if you are not keeping a watch at the back and you pour a lot of players in attack. There was a free kick for Navua in prime position. Well played to Thomas Dunn. His missed kick created the counter, and on the counter, what a run from John Orambolo. He tried to pass it on to John Elick. He came out to try and knot that in, but Jovilis Borisi was out of his goal quickly as well. And really, this would be a defensive gaffer, a blunder from the goalkeeper, not able to hold on the first occasion, spilling it for John Orambolu to knot it home. We've seen a couple of these kind of goals John scored yesterday, and he'd be very happy with this one as well. That was placed on the silver platter for him. Easy one. Now Rewa leads Navua by 2-0.
Halftime whistle has come in there with that second goal coming for Rewa. John Orambolo has scored for the Stadium Construction Rewa team here, with Patrick Joseph scoring the first one. Teams of Rewa and Navua, and the first 45 minutes, remember, has produced 2 goals already. One from Patrick Joseph, and the second from the man who never stopped scoring, John Orambolo. 2-0 is the scoreline at the moment, and the next 45 will decide a lot for Rewa, and more importantly for Navua into this match.
A very important second half for Navua, and 45 minutes really, if you look at it, is all they have to sort of save their tournament, because their second loss today, and then they have only one game at hand tomorrow. Rewa, this will be their second victory, with Ba and Nandronga coming up. The chances for Navua to qualify for the semi-finals are getting slimmer by the minute.
Yeah, they will put themselves in a very, very difficult situation, because they will be remaining on 0 points after 2 matches if they fail to equalize or win this one. And then they will be hoping that Nandronga, that turn the tide tonight when they face the home team, Arsimanubai Ba. And only if Nandronga wins that one, then Navua will have that chance tomorrow to win their match. Tomorrow Navua will be meeting Nandronga, and then Rewa and Ba will be playing. Now in that case, Rewa has 3 points and Ba has 3 points. So surely one of them will be reaching out to more than 3 points. So Navua is in a very, very difficult situation. Here they come in. John Orambolo tries to get another. Gabrieli Matanisinga will complement that from the right inside. Sela. And the passes did not connect there. So yes, coming back to the situation. Now, let's say Navua loses this one. As they are facing at the moment, they remain on 0 points. Then if Nandronga upset Ba tonight, then Nandronga come on 3 points. And Navua and Nandronga face off tomorrow. And Rewa and Ba meet tomorrow. So one of the teams there surely will go beyond 3 points, and Navua Nandronga will meet, and one will go beyond 3 points. So that will keep things wide open. Navua will still be in the running. That will only happen even if they lose here and Nandronga manages to beat Ba tonight. Otherwise, it's a goodbye for Navua and Nandronga. If Rewa wins this one and Ba wins tonight against Nandronga, the 2 teams, Rewa and Ba, will be in the semi-final, and we will wait for 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow. So around 10 p.m., then we will know who is the winner and who is the runners-up.
Yeah, many possibilities right now, and depending on how the results go in this match with the other match in this pool coming up by Nandronga, and an interesting one that will also be after the first day of pool plays. You always have the remaining 2 matches on day 2 and day 3 to work things out for yourselves. However, here with the matches on day 2 completing, things are definitely becoming more clearer. But again, many possibilities, and we'll dwell on that come the end of the Nandronga Mba match.
The referee has called them, is wanting to have a look. No, he wants to have a talk with Patrick Joseph as we watch the replay here. Kavaya Rawanga with that floating one, and great header there by Sela, close one it was. So Patrick Joseph has been spoken to for some reasons, and play carries on. The next one, remember, is Lautoka and Lambasa. What a match that one will be. And then topping it off for the night, Ba versus Nandronga will come in for the final group match for match day 2, the Group B match. First one, remember, was a 1-1 draw between Nandi and Suva. This one here into the second half, Rewa 2 and Navua 0. A clearance made there by Iwane. John Orambolo, clever 10. Ivan stepping in, and that one will become a corner kick now to Rewa. Ivan Kumar doing a great job there, trying to cross it in from that angle as corner kick here now. Watch how Ivan earned that corner kick as Philip Mbaravilala blocking it the time. Corner kick. Tevita Waranivalo. Sela. And miskick the time by Kautonga from right in front. As great chance it was for them to score. And now Navua. Here is Rosi Nalaombo stepping in, trying to get it away from Gabriel Matani Singa blocked it well. That's not the Serusi Nalaombo that we know in such situations. Watch him run here as desperate defense, well organized Rewa defense shut him down over time.
That's exactly my thoughts, not the Serusi Nalaombo of the past that we've seen him, those sort of opportunities, and you'd expect him to get closer to the goal or at least have the ball on target. But this time around, chased by the Pekka Tigers that were racing back and easily done so, getting the ball away from the feet of the Navua striker.
2-0 is the situation. Just over 50 minutes here. 51 and a half, in fact. Tevita. James to Oro. They're making those important passes that adds up to the possession, the huge percentage of possession that they always accumulate to. And that when John Orombolo and Kautonga. Now Ivan looking for a cross. No space. John Alec and Ivan. Ivan Kumar's pass infield for Sela. Neat lay the time. The block. Now Sela. Josiah Sela. And a soft infield pass from Sela is taken care of there. Still for them to tidy though. That shot from Tevita is away wide of the goal. Ratu Tevita Waranivalu.
No look pass really from Josiah Sela as he sailed closer to the dead ball line. He just tried to put one in. Didn't see where the Rewa players were. It was easy for the Navua defenders to clear it away, but only in as far as Tevita He had a shot at the Navua goal, but that one uncharacteristic for him to send it way wide.
Sela with that flick and just not connecting to the overlapping Rawanga on that occasion. Kaveya Rawanga. Navua down by 2-0. They were in a similar situation against Ba last night, 2-0 most of the time, but then they tried to close it in towards the end of the match. Chavilissim Borisi and Felipe, Jared and Rahul combining well in the midfield. Thomas Dunn has gone back to assist and enhance their defense work and the build the play from there, but he will soon be seen in the midfield and forward as well. Thomas Dunn in number 6, there he is receiving that one now. That is Thomas Dunn that we talked about, moving from the defense, the transition of him coming forward. Felipe, great switch here. Arami manu by, and Ivan pushes it out. Jared takes a run towards the box area. Serus in Alombo. Arami's pass that time, more of a cross, has been met well that time there by John Alec. Corner kick. Jared Rongosulia to deliver. Huge and high. The head at the time from Penyame. And with those little touches, James De Oro reaches out. Chavilissim Borisi and Philippe Mbaravilala resetting things to bring it back. They know that Rewa is structured well in the midfield and defense for now. But they take it way back there for the goalkeeper Chavilissim Borisi. And good work by Ivan for Rewa. Devita, John Alec with the shot and over the crossbar. Devita, watch him there, telling him to hold on, as he wanted to see more passes from his Rewa brigade. But then John Alec tried to be ambitious and to shoot from that range.
Yeah, a lot of discussion still, fans taking to social media and messages coming through to us as well about the Nandi goal. Well, really, the ball ended up in the back of the net, but the goal was disallowed, so that's where the commotion is. So hopefully we'll get some more clarity from FGFA and the match officials on the disallowed goal. But the rule is pretty clear, which we have already highlighted in the broadcast. But of course, the fans, some Suva would be relieved with the goal not being allowed, but the Nandi fans, of course, upset that that took away what possibly could have been a 2-1 victory for them.
Throw in it will be from that far end of the field, as the referee is having a word with the Lautoka team behind the Navua goal. Not really behind, but around that corner kick area on the other side, trying to keep them away from the goal line, the field area. And same on the other side, off screen at the moment. That is what is happening. That is why the play is held up for a while, as Lambasa is also there, the extra supermarket Lambasa, and for our Lautoka on both sides of the field doing their warm-up for their match. So 2-0 is the scoreline. Rewa with that handy lead for now. Arami with a pass there for Osea Tilivarua. Navua trying to rush with the play. Jared's pass there for Osea. Remember, one of their players, Simeon Ndamoni, is not eligible for this one, and also for the final group match tomorrow, as he copped the direct red card against Ba last night in the 2-1 loss. And coming from the top, the boot from John Alec, the humble man that he is, smiling away and coming to the victim of his foul. As watch him come here, Rahul Krishna is the one who got the brunt of the boot coming from the top. And Rewa will make the changes. Ipeli Valevo and Asivarosi Rambo will be entering the field. Kautonga is coming out. Samuela Kautonga has come out. Asivarosi has gone in. And Ipeli Valevo will replace Josiah Sela. Closing down to the 68th-minute mark of this match between Rewa and Navua. Free kick. It will be here to Navua. A direct shot from Felipe is a goal kick to Rewa.
A good call from the bench. If you look at it, it does appear so that Stradum Construction Rewa have a good handle of this match already. So they're taking out Josiah Sela, who's a goal scorer. Got a brace of goals yesterday. And he's been in the thick of things with John Orambolo in the first half. But he did cop a yellow card. So probably that's one of the factors that came into play in making that goal. Ipeli Valevo goes in. And Sela is off alongside Samu Kautonga, with Asivarosi Rambo coming in now.
They bring it away, Rewa. John Alec finds support, overlapping from outside. Asivarosi Rambo's pass. John Orambolo. Quick one from Devita. Ipeli Valevo does what his dad used to do. Sakya Valevo, from those situations and the range, has earned a corner kick here for Stratum Construction Rewa. The hour has completed. The remaining half an hour has started rolling as Lautoka, the 4R Lautoka team, does the warm-up behind there. And good goalkeeping work by Chovelis Imborisi. He may not be happy with a bit of clash the time with Gabrieli Matanisinga. Watch the corner kick. And Chovelisi, Ipeli and Gabi both came in. A bit of contact with the goalkeeper. And yellow card has been flashed there to Ipeli Valevo. He just came in onto the park as Navua will make the substitutions as we have entered the final 30. And it's time to look at those sitting on the bench, the chair in fact, to get them in and carry on and finish with the desired result that they would want to achieve in this match. So two changes coming from Navua.
Yeah, Navua have pulled out Serusi Nalaumbo, and Sunny Dewell has gone in. And just trying to work out the other change. It appears so that Usaya Tilivarua might also have been pulled out, and we'll quickly let you know soon who the other player to have gone in. Looks like it's Jared Rogosolia, the midfielder.
Jared is still there.
Yeah, he's still there. No, he's still there. That's correct.
And The good run that time. Is it Isaac Nandovo? Yeah, he has come in number 12. The cross comes in there. Chavili Borisi. Thomas Dunn has gone back again to add numbers from the base of play. Here is John Alec. Neat pass from him. Kavaya Rawanga chases. And Felipe blocks that one. Goal kick is what comes out of that one. Once again, we have a look at our partners in this pay-per-view. Live streaming, RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene, 4R Electrical and General Contractors. Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts, and their new branch is coming up in Navua. Western Eggs, they also millers. Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is total security. Stratum Construction, Motorex having their vehicle inspection agencies in Tavua, Nandi, Nosori, Lami, Nandera and Navua, and flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier. Thomas Dunn and Felipe. Penyame's pass, Vinal. The cross towards the box is read well by Rewa. And foul committed by Vinal. Will be a free kick there to Rewa. The lights are again warming up here as well. And we talked about the script that is formed on the floodlights here. One light reads bar, the middle one reads 4R, and again the other one reads bar. The three post, the first one near the corner flag reads bar. The halfway mark one reads 4R, and the other corner flag one reads bar. That's how it is, the floodlights here, when they warm up. But then when it's fully on, then those scripts are gone. Ivan. Tevita Waranivalu finds Gabrieli Matanisinga here. And that's what we are talking about. Well caught by our camera crew. It reads bar at the moment, the floodlights here. And the middle one reads 4R. There it is. Great catch by the camera. As free kick it is. Down there is Ivan Kumar. 66 minutes completed. And Stratum Construction Rewa is still holding on to that lead. Clever 10, clever play. And a bit of hard hit that time by Thomas Dunn. That is where the free kick has come from. It is right in front, Rewa planning to take this one. They are planning that one from right in front. Patrick Joseph, remember, scored from a similar situation. Here Ivan, Patrick and Iwani are all in that position to try and shoot. Will Patrick or Iwani take that one? Ivan is a bit in an odd position, but he can come in. And this time Patrick Joseph, and very, very close. Patrick Joseph could not do what he did earlier in the match with that first goal for Rewa. This time it ended as a goal kick for them. Navua build up from there. How long will that build up be? Only as far as that. John Alex pass is a through pass now. Ipeli Valevo chasing and putting pressure Here's Ipeli Valevo, and the numbers were rushing in. Sunny Devil's pass. Thomas Dunn finds Felipe. And Thomas Dunn. Watch him position himself at the defensive area before he joins the midfielders and the attacking area. Number 10 is Sunny Deol for Navua. That's Gerard Rongo Solia in number 3. Tevita. Gabriele Matanisinga. A crossfield pass there for Iwane Matanisinga. The two brothers connecting well for Rewa. Ipeli Valevo. And the run from Asivarosi that time did not meet the ball. The pass that came from infield. Now the run, the through pass is intercepted well by Tevita and John Alec. Rawanga's pass, Rambo, Iwane and Patrick rolling it around. They may be counting the number of passes they are making to each other here at this 4R stadium pitch. But this one doesn't connect. Now Thomas Dunn and Erami Manumanubai have their moments, but not for too long. Erami. Sunny Devil's pass, Gerard and Penya Medrova. Rahul anticipates an overlapping run from Sunny Devil, but doesn't happen that way for them. Once again, we acknowledge our partners in the pay-per-view live streaming. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene, 4R Electrical and General Contractors. Southern Forest, Sustainable Timber Experts, with the new branch coming up in Navua. With Western Eggs, as well as they also Millers, Glameda Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services, Smart Securities, Total Security, Stratum Construction, Motorex, Vehicle Inspection Agencies in Tavua, Nandi, Nusori, Lami, Nandera, Navua, and Flow Valves and Hose Supplies make it flow easier. So less than 20 minutes is what we are left into this mandatory 90, and surely some additional minutes too will come in to this one before we go for the next one. That will be for our low toka and extra lambasa. Here is Ivan, and good defense work by Thomas Dunn again. There he is, Thomas Dunn. Now Chovilissim Borisi is down. We watch it happening here. The fall from him, Chovilissim Borisi. How awkward is that? John Orambolo knows. He was the closest to that moment. So you're hearing the referee explaining the situation to the Rewa bench. The time, the Rewa official, the assistant coach Priyant Manu, is whom the referee was explaining that. So apart from watching the action, you are very close to listening and hearing the words, the instructions as the crowd watch closely as well. The Four Stadium is filling gradually here for the final two to happen here. 6 p.m. is when Lautoka, for Lautoka, will run onto the park to meet the might of the defending champions, Extra Supermarket Lambasa. And at 8 p.m., the home team, Asimanubay Ba, will come up against Nanronga. Some words were spread around on social media about the possibility of the camp break for Nanronga. Some of the players going loose, and that has been cancelled by the current president of Panupariachi, that the team is intact. No camp break last night. Everybody is focused for match number 2. And so do the fans there on your screens from the other end of the park here. The Four Stadium. They have come in time to find the comfortable seatings around, as on the sideline the changes are happening while the crowd in small numbers are coming in to make the numbers bigger in the stands here at the Four Stadium in Ba. 5:40 p.m. is the local time, with 75 minutes coming up here in this match. Play is held up for now because you can see Chovilis Borisi here is being attended to as we watch that moment that brought him down. That's the one where he got hurt with that fall. He's already favoring his right knee. He did. And probably that is where he has the problem with and is being looked at by those around him. Will he be able to carry on? Doesn't look like. Now Navua will have to look at their bench. And when we look at the Navua reserve goalkeeper, in number 1 is Bai Tito. That's the name given to us. So Bai Tito will have to come in and fill the big shoes of the goalkeeper. Chovilis Borisi. Navua will be talking about this situation where they will be sending in the 16-year-old Bai Tito. What a night, what an evening it will be for him. Already gone into the field of play by Tito in jersey number 1 to replace the injured Chovilis Borisi. And also, there he is. I'm sure his parents and the family will be proud to watch this man here, Bai Tito, the reserve goalkeeper. Just around 16 years of age. A big, big break. I'm sure he will remember this in his entire life of football and beyond. Bai Tito, the 16-year-old goalkeeper for Navua, standing in for the injured Chovilis Borisi. He will have a challenging remaining moments of the match. Around 13 minutes or so, with the added minutes added to. Rawanga. Asivoro Shirambo's pass infield. They go across the time. In number 6 is Nimish Prasad that has come into the field of play as well. Again, Nimish appearing there with Tevita Waranivalu and John Alec. Here is Kavaya Rawanga. Rawanga is the captain for Rewa in this match. Iwane. The through pass, Nimish. And Penyam Rova. Nicolinio Sivoki has come into the field as well. So he was on the bench all this while. They go to the right inside. The passes connecting and disconnected the time as Navua. Eli Mekawir has set it up there for Isaac and Andovo. The cross is a huge one, and James D'Oro watches that one fly away. James D'Oro gets involved with those build-up play from the box area. Great pass. Ipele Valevo not really able to keep that one in. Throw in, it turns out to be to Navua. So this scoreline is taking Rewa to 6 points now. And we will wait for that Ba and Nandronga match tonight. We can say Rewa is close to qualifying, but then have to wait for the Ba and Nandronga match tonight. If Ba wins or there is a draw, then surely Rewa is confirmed as Tevita Waranivalu. But if Ba wins that one, then Ba also qualifies with Rewa into the semi-final. As I said, side of screen at the moment, Chavilisim Borisi is being stretched away. Will we be able to see that on the screen? There he is, slightly appearing on the corner of your screen on that stretcher, being rolled away. Again, there, great catch by the camera. The MyTV pay-per-view crew team here, getting it to wherever you are watching it from, all the happenings as Chavilisim Borisi is being taken away on that stretcher. And the youngster of Bai Tito, the 16-year-old, has gone in to fill the vacuum left behind by that great goalkeeper, originally from Korovou in Tavua, the policeman, Iwane Matanisinga. Again, Iwane Matanisinga receiving that one. And the through pass is read well and taken care of. And Master Pranal Prasad and the group out there in New Zealand already have the grog ready, and taki is the word. So already enjoying that and waiting for their bar team to appear on the field later on. We do welcome all our viewers here in the country and across the globe as well, as we close down for this one with 83 minutes coming up. Another chance here for Rewa looking for the third one. They've sent John Orambulu, their #1 goal scorer, and the #1 goal scorer in this tournament so far, the FMF IDC 2025, for the break, because they have another group match to play tomorrow. The Rewa team, tomorrow they will meet Bahia. The final group match, that one will be. And on the sideline, changes are happening as well, as Iwane Matanisinga has gone out and in has come the return of Delon Shankar with that stint in New Zealand. And here he is playing for his home team, for the Rewa team at this FMF IDC 2025. There he is now with ball to his toes. The first pass for Rewa upon his return. Stepping in, Ipeli Valevo. Big cross. The chase for it. And just watching it go out. Bruce Hughes, the time took the run. Corner kick is what he is rewarded with from that one. "6 p.m. is the scheduled time for the next one for our Lautoka and extra Lambasa. Lambasa, remember, has won the FMF IDC in Lautoka last year. They won the Big Fiji Fest in Suva this year. They won the extra Battle of the Giants in Lambasa this year. And here it is at the 4R Stadium that they would want to carry on with what they started at Churchill Park, the FMF IDC, last year October, and they would want to take it home, the FMF IDC title, from 4R Stadium here in 2025. But for now, it is Rewa that is rising with goals and points. Navua is trying to do what they did last night, take away the joy of the 2-0 lead that Ba had and the trouble that was placed upon them in the final minutes of that one. Will they be able to repeat that here against Rewa? Ironically, Ba and Rewa will meet in the final group match tomorrow at 8 p.m. here at 4R Stadium in Ba. 86 minutes completed. Navua looking for a comeback here. But Rewa, watch and count those red jerseys. The Stratum Construction Rewa team. The shape is very clear. 5 in defense at the moment. And now they have 6 in the box for Rewa. What can Navua do in this crowd? Felipe Paravilala has to wait and delay. And Sivoki, Colenio Sivoki, has pulled one back for Navua. We talked about what they did last night, and here they have responded. Colenio Sivoki with that placing shot, 2-1.
Navua, Ventex Solutions, Navua find themselves exactly where they were with RC Manubai yesterday. As we have a look once again, and Colenio Sivuki, he picked his spot, didn't he? He knew exactly where he wanted to make sure that ended up, and that was right at the back of the net. James D'Oro, no chance, clean sheet broken. 2 games, and now this is the first goal that is scored against James D'Oro. 2 goals to 1, but this is not helpful. Not helpful to Navua. They've got the consolation, but they need to somehow now try and get themselves, walk their way to the equalizer.
So late goal here again. They got it late last night, and they have scored one late here. Is it late or still time? As 88 minutes completing now. Can Navua spoil that plot and the path that they had gained towards the top of the table, placing for themselves, at least at the end of this match? Now that pass, no offside flag, and the goal has been given. That man there, Asivarosi Rambo, the son of the former Suva and Rewa great Peter Rambo, scores here a timely goal when Navua was looking at ways to get the equalizer. He gets the third goal.
That will be interesting to see. The pass from Shankar, and there was Sunny Deol keeping Asivarosi Rambo onside and made no mistakes when presented with the opportunity. That was a thumping drive. Asivarosi Rambo now almost putting the result beyond doubt. 3-1, and a big ask once again for Navua to try and get 2 goals.
Time is not on their side for now. 89 minutes gone. The scoreline too is against them. Down by 3-1 Navua. Rewa is smartly getting this finished here. They conceded that goal in that lazy approach in defense, and they have responded and risen from that one. Asivarosi Rambo and Seta with that flicking pass. The chase from Nimish and Delon. Again Nimish from the right inside there. The cross is met well, and Asivarosi Rambo trying to look for that double for himself. So 90 minutes completed here, and 5 additional minutes already displayed there. 3-1 is the scoreline. Let's have a quick look at our partners again in this pay-per-view live streaming. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. The cross is away. Flick Hygiene with 4 electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts with the new branch coming up in Navua as well for them. Western Eggs, Dayal Sawmillers, Glemeda Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is Total Security. Stratum Construction, Motorex, having their vehicle inspection agencies in Tavua, Nandi, Lami, Nandera and Navua, and flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier. 1 of the 5 completed here. Rewa not resting after scoring the third one. Seta has sent it across. Good pass there. They combine well. And through pass that time from Delon to the right inside for Nimish. Steps in. Still connecting those important passes, Rawanga. The cross. The goalkeeper spills it down by Tito, the 16-year-old. Now Thomas Dunn. Isaac Nandovo trying to race away from that line. Being shut down by Tivita. Now here comes Navua looking for the second. And nowhere near to the target.
Your time ticking away, 92 and, well, more than 92 minutes played. I was going to say 15 seconds, but that keeps on ticking, doesn't it? And with that, the time is definitely not on Ventex Solutions Navua's side. with that scoreline hinging at 2-1, you could almost say if Navua mounted some pressure and went for that equalizer, the all-important equalizer, that would have brought some joy to the fans and, of course, still kept them well and truly alive in this tournament. But for now, with the Asivarosi Rambo goal and them down by 3-1, having lost to RC Manubai yesterday, that makes things really, really difficult for Navua moving forward. But with the 3-1 scoreline and 6-0 yesterday, 6 points in the bag at the end of this match, Stratum Construction Rewa looks to be cementing its position and, well, making it easy, very, very easy for themselves. And we will, depending on the results of the Bar Nandronga match, but most likely to see Rewa already through to the semi-finals. Still not confirmed though. We'll confirm that when the last pool match is played.
Chance here for Navua. Thomas Dunn. No space. Arami. And that header is taken well by James De Oro. Now this win will put Rewa on 6 points. And if Bar wins, then Rewa and Bar surely qualify. But if there is a 10 around by Nandronga against Bar, then Nandronga comes on 3 points. And Bar sits on 3. Rewa sits on 6. And tomorrow, it will be Bar and Rewa showdown and Navua and Nandronga. And if Nandronga wins that one, they go to 6. And if Bar wins against Rewa, then Bar goes to 6. So in no way, without the confirmation from the final group match tonight, we cannot put Rewa into the semi-final yet. Why? Because they will be on 6 for sure with the win here. And if Bar loses to Nandronga, then Nandronga comes into contention. And they will have 3 points. And if they win against Navua tomorrow, they will go to 6 points. And that is where Rewa will be sitting, 6 points as well. And Bar, if they beat Rewa tomorrow, then Bar comes on 6 points. So it will be a 3-way battle. Rewa 6 points, Bar 6 points, and Nandronga 6 points. So the only way Rewa qualifies is if Nandronga and Bar draw or Bar beat Nandronga. 95 of the 95 is completed and agreed by the referee Avinesh Narayan. And Rewa has got maximum points from as many matches as they have played. 2 matches played and 6 points to their name. They will sit around here and watch the match tonight between Bar and Nandronga to find out if they have qualified tonight.